All right, we are back with another pick'em video. Going to be talking NBA. We got a ton of games today, 13 I think to be exact. Literally every team that didn't play last night in the in-season tournament is playing tonight. So it should be a ton of value today. But we are going to be going to Underdog. If you don't have Underdog, you can hit my link in the description. They'll match your deposit up to $100. That means if you put $100 in, they're literally going to give you $100 of house money to play with. And I think that's super fun. You know, anytime a sports book in my area shows up, I pretty much, do the max deposit just to get that free money. And you could literally bet your way and win I don't know, 40% of the time, 50% of the time or something. And you could practically withdraw your money and just be playing with house money. So I think it's definitely worth it. Obviously, Underdog's a little bit different than PrizePicks, but it's pretty much the same. They don't have Taco Tuesday, but they have flash sales. Let's say, Damian Lillard's a late scratch in a game that he's been questionable all day. And 5 p.m. or something, they say, oh, Damian Lillard's not going to play. Underdog will be like, okay, flash sale, 30 minutes for Giannis. And they'll discount his line by 40%. It's pretty much a free square. So super fun over there on Underdog. Just a little bit different. They do fantasy, DFS and stuff like that as well. So if you're interested in that, definitely hit my link in the description. But yeah, going to be talking over the video picks, and then we'll jump into the board, kind of attack some value. But we got 5-pick entry from yesterday. If you just block out the last game part of the games, we would have been 2 for 2. Dame and Turner did their thing in a normal, very up-paced game. Very entertaining. Halliburton's the man. He's going to be a first-team All-Star, or first-team All-NBA. He's going to be an All-Star, obviously, this year. But he's been cruising. That Pacers team's really fun to watch. But Dame got his rebounds. Turner got his threes. Lopez was knocking down threes. It was like centers just jacking up threes. So, yeah, both those guys hit. And then, obviously, if you didn't watch, Pelicans got absolutely routed. Literally lost by 40 to the Lakers. This game was over with 8 minutes left in the third quarter, and I don't know how many more minutes there was left, but right up till one of LeBron's last few minutes, he threw an alley-oop to AD to get his 8th assist. And I didn't want to, didn't love doing this play. You never want to go under on a LeBron, assist line or anything line. But all the value was there. This line ended up going to 7.0. So we did get it at a good value. That's all we're going to attack, and we'll be looking good in the long run. But this one sucked. Just, again, blowout potential is always there. The risk is always there. But, Ingram, McCollum were casualties of that today. But let's jump into the board. I do want to show you. I don't know if I did already, but just not a lot of games on the PrizePicks board just yet. So we'll be going to Underdog. If you're like, oh, damn, I don't have Underdog and I'm not going to get it, even though I think you should get it, just let me know in the comments. If you guys hit this up with a bunch of likes or comment down below, hey, we need a PrizePicks video, follow-up video or something like that. I'll try to definitely get one out for tomorrow. I'm filming this at 1 a.m. right now. So, should have time tomorrow to get one out for PrizePicks, guys. And, yeah, just let me know. But I'm going to give you guys 3 picks, and I'm going to do 3 picks because you have great value on Underdog on a 3-pick. On PrizePicks, you get 5x for a 3-pick. On Underdog, you're getting 6x for a 3-pick. So not only is it great value on the mathematically, but it's also fun because you win more than a 6-pick or a 5-pick or whatever. So yeah, let's attack some value here and start us off with Steph Curry. If I can spell his name right. Steph Curry, 4.5 rebounds. Absolutely loving this line, guys. Going over to Outlier. Any of these tools I'm using, Outlier, again, has been a partner with me. They're awesome. Their tools, just look at it, just looks pretty. And as you can see, very visually here, head-to-head matchup against OKC. He's hit this in 8 straight games. Absolutely love to see that. Both of these games were this year. That's 8 rebounds and 7 rebounds. OKC also allows the 28th most rebounds in the league so far this year, 46.5 per game. And if we look at Curry all year, he's hit this in 12 and 19 games, so 63% hit rate on the season. Absolutely love to see that. Looks like he gets 5, decent consistency, and hasn't had less than 2 all year. So obviously Curry's going to get the minutes. It's a plus 3.5 spread. Obviously, yes, we had a blowout today. I'm sure people are on their toes about blowout risk. That's not the case here. The Pelicans game shouldn't have been a blowout, but again, that can happen any night. But we're gonna, go into the night as any other day and assume that this spread is pretty solid. Also going up against Shea, can be kind of a young up-and-coming point guard. So maybe Steph plays with a little more aggression, kind of shows him still who's boss in this one. And yeah, great odds, minus 135. But let's see what other sports books are saying about it. Go into Steph Curry's page. Go ahead and apply that. And we do see we're getting crazy value at this. It's his best line. It's actually an orange bet, 54.2% chance to hit. So absolutely love to see that. And then we see why. FanDuel's got this at minus 140. Caesars has this at minus 142. Flip's got this at minus 150. So absolutely juiced on the over. We're getting this at minus 120 value on underdog. So absolutely crazy value for us over here. This line will get bumped to 5. I guarantee it. But, we're going to get the good value here if you have the notification bell on, or if you're just seeing this, randomly. Hit that bell, subscribe. We rip out daily videos like this, and we're always attacking value. So not only is it valuable, we're also seeing that he hits it pretty consistently. So Steph Curry over 4.5 rebounds. That's going to be our first play. Next up, going to go to our boy Alperen Sengun. This guy's been killing it this year. I keep saying it. He's the best player on the Rockets, and no one's really talking about it. He's 21 years old. He's a Jokic light. And with that Jokic lightness comes his ability to dime the ball. 4.5 assists on this one. And yeah, let's go see what he's been doing so far this year, why we're attacking it. Go into Outlier. And guys, Outlier and OddsJam, I highly recommend them. They're going to pay for themselves in about 2 seconds. But you also get, or not 2 seconds, whatever, a day, whatever. But you also get free trials, 7-day free trials on both these if you hit my link. So 7-day free trial for Outlier, 7-day free trial for OddsJam. You can test it out. If you don't like it, if it's not working for you, but it will, then just go ahead and cancel it. But absolutely loving to see this. Oh, also RotoWire, another partner of the channel. Go to Steph Curry here, and we do see that. Guy, by the way, this is a completely free. It's like going to a website right now. Absolutely crazy. Take advantage of this while it's up. It will be a paid-for platform in the near future, and you can use my link for 2 more days of it for free without even putting your credit card in. But right now, it's literally like going to a website, rotowire.com/picks. This one's specifically underdog, but you can do sleeper or PrizePicks integration. And these are updated lines to the minute of what's on those websites, and we see that. Steph's 4.0 line or 4.5 rebound line, their prediction is over. That's his best line right now, and we see why. Other pick'em sites, it's not showing up. Like we saw, PrizePicks doesn't have the lines up yet. That's why it's not showing up. Sportsbooks have it, a little bit over that. We saw his line. We saw sportsbooks have it, a lot more. I wouldn't agree that this is a little more, but definitely favoring the over here. And then RotoWire projection also has this way over. Hit rate we saw has been very solid as well. And then the RotoWire projection thing, you can go over and actually just check it. I'll do it for you here, but Steph Curry, you can see like what they're projecting for his line today, like his full line. And they're projecting 35 minutes, 26.9 points, 5.6 rebounds. Again, we're at a 4.5 line, so love to see that. But yeah, all these tools, free trials, check them out in the description. But yeah, let's go to Sengun, see what he's been doing so far this year. 4.5 assists. We see he's gone over this in 12 of 18 games, 67% hit rate. And he's had 3 games where he's had 3. Again, 4 games he's had 3. Or sorry, 4 games he's had 4. And then 2 games he's had 3. So it hasn't had less than 3. I mean it when I say he's a Jokic light. If you haven't been watching him, watch it. He's crazy. He's 21 years old. He's going to be solid. The matchup here isn't the best. He's going up against Jokic. So we can see how he's been doing against Jokic in his career, and it's not bad at all. They did play once this year, or they played 3 times this year, but the last game he only had 4. The game before that he had 8, and then the game before that he had 5. So looks like they've played each other 3 times in the past, 2 weeks. So they've been playing each other a decent amount. I'm sure he envies Jokic's game, tries to play a little bit like him, and that would motivate me to want to play really well. So Alperen Sengun, really good odds at here as well. We do see assist allowed as a 10th here. I wonder if against centers, if it goes up. Yeah, so middle of the road in terms of the center. I don't really pay attention to point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward. But for center stats specifically, overall it kind of tells the full story. But to centers, I think that's there are a few true centers in this league. Sengun's kind of one of them, and so I do kind of pay attention to that. It's there. So that's another solid data point. But let's go see what OddsJam is saying, what other sportsbooks are saying, and see if we are attacking value here. Let's go to Sengun. Jeez, I can't spell anyone's name right. Go ahead and apply this. And we see that assist line right there, 53.85% chance to hit. Love to see that with all the other data points on top of it. We see minus 150 on FanDuel. Crazy. Minus 135 at BetMGM. Other sportsbooks got around minus 135. So absolutely crazy to see this minus 150 value. We're getting it at minus 120 value. By far the best on the board. So absolutely going to attack that. Again, another line that will most likely get bumped to 5.0. But again, if you get this in early, that's when you get the value. So again, not only is it valuable, looks really good. He's been hitting it pretty solidly. Let's go check out RotoWire, see if another data point agrees with what they're saying. Go to Sengun, and again, we see his assist line is his top line. That's what we're going to be attacking. The prediction is more. Pick'em sites have him a little bit more. I don't know, maybe Sleeper has him up. Sportsbooks, again, favoring that a little bit over. RotoWire's favoring the over. Hit rate, we just checked an outlier, has been crushing it. And do want to, just curious what they have his projection at. If we look up Sengun, looks like they're projecting 5.1. So that'd be great. He had 5 in that first matchup this year, 8 in the second one, and 4 in the third. So loving Sengun. But let's go ahead and get our last play in here. And it's going to be Nicholas Claxton. Going to go to his 10.5 rebounds and assists. And I think he has some, potential to get some assists here, which would be sweet for us. But can obviously get that in the rebounds alone. Let's go over to Outlier, see what he's been doing so far this year. Let's go find Claxton. 10.5 rebounds. So he's gone over this in 45% of the games so far this year. Not the best in the world, but I will explain that. 5-11 games, but it's the matchup that I absolutely love. Going up against the Wizards, high-paced offense. They miss a lot because they suck. So it should be a lot of rebounds to be had. And he did play this team earlier in the year, and it was one of those games that he absolutely crushed. Actually, the past 2 games he's crushed this line. This was back on the 12th of November where he had 15, and he only played 27.9 minutes. Curious to see what RotoWire is saying in terms of projected minutes. They're usually pretty good about that. And we can see Claxton, 28 minutes, so that's solid. And if we go back to this page and we go back to 2023, we could see, some of these games, he has been coming off injury. His minutes have been kind of trickling upwards. But if we put this minutes per game to 27, we see that this hit rate goes way up, 5 of 6 percentage. Again, they're projecting 28 minutes. This game is a 9-point spread in favor of Brooklyn. Brooklyn's solid. They're not amazing. Wizards obviously are horrible. But if Wizards keep it close and Claxton gets 28, 30 minutes, he should absolutely crush this line. And again, very solid matchup. He did this back in November. And, this speaks for itself. 30th in rebounds allowed, 30th in assists allowed, 49.5 and 29.5 for 29.7. So love to see that. Let's see what other sportsbooks are saying. Are we attacking the value on top of what he's been doing so far this year and our other research? Claxton, go ahead and apply that. And we do see that rebounds and assists line popping up right on top. Love to see it. 53.53% chance to hit. We're getting it at minus 120 value in our 3-pick. So you'll see Underdog Fantasy 5-man insured. When you talk about I want to do 2-man bets, I want to do 3-man bets. If you did 2-man bets, you'd have to be trying to beat minus 136 value. So that's just the individual mathematics of it. Each play you do on a 2-man is going to be minus 136 value. But because we get the 6x on a 3-man, if we do a 3-man non-insured, which is a power play, we're getting minus 122 odds. So I guess it's a little tiny bit better, but pretty solid. If you're trying to compare that on PrizePicks, 5- and 6-man bets on PrizePicks are minus 119 value. So very solid for this 3-man. And again, you win more, so it feels a lot better as well. But we're getting minus 122 value. DraftKings got this at minus 135. BetMGM, same. Caesars got this at minus 139. Flitch got this at minus 145. So again, juiced on the over here, and we're getting great value for it. Let's go over to RotoWire, see what they're thinking about this line. Go to Claxton, look at that. Rebounds and assists is actually the second best. Points and rebounds, I did look at this one. As you can see, I don't think it's as good. I looked at it on Outlier. I just don't like it as much. But the rebounds and assist line is the second quote-unquote best one here. Prediction is slightly over. Sportsbooks got him slightly over. RotoWire's projection is slightly over. And the hit rate we saw under 50%, but great in games that he's over 27 minutes and great against the Wizards last time they played. I'm curious just to see what he's actually projected to get. 10.3 rebounds, 2 assists. That would be 12.3, and that'd be over for us. So yeah, loving the value on Underdog. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos about Underdog. I know probably not as many of you guys have Underdog, but I very much encourage it. Again, link in the description just to let them know that I sent you there. And I love it. I was skeptical of getting another sportsbook. I was very comfortable on PrizePicks, but very glad that I extended my reach to Underdog. I've been playing them for a few months now, and started with $100, and I'm up to $1,600 in just a few months. So that's attacking value. That's attacking the data on top of it. And sometimes I literally go on here, and if you're new to OddsJam, if I just go ahead and select everyone, I'm curious to see if it'll show up for me right now. But okay, so a couple orange plays, but sometimes when they're dropping like CSGO plays or throughout the day, I'll be checking, and if anytime I see 3 green plays, sometimes there's 15 green plays, but I just go in, put those green plays in. I don't even have to know anything about the sport. Again, a lot of these are CS2 sports or Counter-Strike. I don't really know much about it, but it's a very good combo, and again, you're just tacking the value that OddsJam kind of finds for you. But really liking these. Let me know again if you want a PrizePicks video for later on. They're just lacking on their lines here. Not a whole lot to choose from. That's why we're going to attack early value and underdog. But yeah, guys, hit the links in the description. Helps me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We rip out daily content like this, sometimes 2 videos a day. So we do our best. Discord's also down below. It's free to join. There's a paid part of it if you want all my slips and access to like people that are a little bit more invested. Go ahead and do that. We're brand new, so don't expect anything crazy, but I always drop all my slips. That's kind of the most valuable part of it. But again, the free chat's fun. We were talking about the Pelicans getting smacked by the Lakers today. We were talking about Halliburton going crazy. But yeah, just continuing to grow, having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, let's continue making money, guys. Peace out.